Hello, hello, and welcome to the Connecting Point. I am Dr. Marcy Thurman Simmons, your facilitator for this discussion table today. And I have someone who always seems to bring a smile to my face on the other side of this camera, and that would be little Mr. Cayden Edwards. Cayden, welcome to the Connecting Point.
Hello, hello.
Well, I didn't want to say too much about you because I want to get more into that later on. But Cayden, can you introduce yourself by telling everyone your name again, your age, where you're from, and what school you attend?
Okay, so my name is Cayden Edwards. I'm 12 years old. I was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, and I attend Sutton Middle School.
Sutton Middle School. That's where my son went to middle school too. Did I ever tell you that, Cayden?
No.
My son went there. Yes, he did. And so, Cayden, I need to tell the audience why you're here. Of course, you're here because you're a creator, but most importantly, Cayden Edwards is a young philanthropist. Mm. And that's what we're so excited about. Cayden, I also have to tell the audience the connecting point. Each time I have a guest here, I tell what the connecting point is. Well, this young man, let me go back. Lord have mercy. Cayden, when did I start teaching you? I started teaching you when you were in what grade?
Kindergarten, I believe so.
Kindergarten, okay? He's now in middle school, but let me give you a little background on Cayden. Cayden was the kid that was always ready to perform at the drop of a hat or the drop of a dime. He was ready. He was a kid that made me happy to be a playwright because I wrote many musicals during his time with me, and he was always the one to volunteer to play an acting role. And so Cayden always brought a joy to my face. He was enthusiastic about what he did. And if I had time, I would show you some of the things you did. You remember being Cab Calloway, Cayden?
Yes, with the red suit.
Yes, Cab Calloway. You also played in Sanford and Son. Oh, because that's one of my favorite sitcoms. So I wrote a musical based on it. And Cayden was one of those. Who were you, Cayden?
I
Um,
was, I was, I was Sanford.
Yeah, Fred Sanford. Cayden was
Yeah.
Fred Sanford. But anyway, just a little background on this young man. So let's get into this discussion, Cayden.
Okay.
You are an extraordinary kid. I know you already know that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now can you tell the audience a little bit about what you do as a young philanthropist?
So, basically, I have a charity called Cayden's Way. And so for my birthday, instead of receiving gifts, I receive donations for the charity. And with that charity money, I've raised over $30,000. And
Mm-hmm.
the money goes to designing children's rooms. Um, I'm connected basically with my uncle Ward Dunn and his charity, Ward Dunn Charities.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, I do that. That's what I basically do.
And of course, work done charities, they provide homes for single parents, male and
Yes.
female, those who need assistance. And he has helped a lot of families, a lot of single parent families to secure homes. And I think that is just wonderful that he even brought you in to help with that effort. And with that being said, Cayden,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
have you always desired to be?
So as a job or just
In life? I know when you were one of my students, I talked a lot about integration and things like that and being who you are. So I want you to tell me, what is it that you've always aspired to be?
um I like you know I was always desired to be a loving, intelligent, um, a fierce person. I'm very smart and intelligent, and
You're outgoing. Like I said, Cayden was the one. He would always say when he knew it was time for the musical, he would say, Dr. Simmons, I want to do this. He would tell me. So you've always been outgoing. Now, Cayden, what made you want to even join up with your uncle in his efforts to provide um, assistance to those families in need?
well, so first thing is, I started when I was 3 years old, and I didn't realize what I was doing until I was at least 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So when I found out I was 6 years old, and I realized it was actually a really good thing to do, and how my mom and my uncle, how they platformed it for me, how they formed it for me, and it made it seem like it was something that I should always do my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And it inspired me very much, and I wanted to do it. I wanted to keep doing it, and so um basically it just basically inspired me, and it just had that feeling in me. It makes me want to be that leader. I want to be that person that you can trust with the community. I want to be that leader, um I mean, I just want to be positive around everybody, have a positive environment.
And Cayden, you've always, as I remember, wanted to be a leader because you ran for several offices, didn't you? Even in
Yes,
elementary
ma'am.
school. Can you talk about the campaign that you ran?
So so in third grade, I ran for parliamentarian. That's probably like the only one you can really run for. That was actually a really good one. I won for parliamentarian. Campaign was fun. A lot of posters. And that year, I gave away rubber bands. I believe so.
I remember.
And so that year was a fun year. Simply, that year is when uh, it boosted a lot of self-esteem. And one of my posters,
There it is. There it is. There's one of your posters, Cayden for parliamentarian. Yeah, I
and
remember it.
and we got the theme kind of for that one from Barack Obama on one of his posters. So you know, I always looked up as him as a kid. So also my fourth grade year, I ran for vice president, which is probably the best one for fourth graders. And when I was running for fourth grade, my self-esteem was already high. I had it was two other girls that were going against me.
Mhm.
They're very, very um they're very ready. They were they're very positive about it. And so, I had to bring it because there were two other girls, and one was cocky. One was cocky because she said she was gonna win to me. She said it's on. I'm gonna win. May the best person. I think may the best person win. Something like that. And so what I did that year I'm surprised I didn't kind of get in a little bit of trouble, but that year we had some good posters, and it was like wow, and just inspiring words and encouraging words around my posters, and also I had like toys, like I had rubber bands again. I just had little toys. The ones that you can find at Dollar Tree, I had simple toys, but I had like the theme of me on it, so you could see it.
You ran a strong campaign. That's what you
Yeah,
did. Okay.
yeah.
So speaking
Oh,
of campaigns, Cayden, how do you feel about? I know you just mentioned Obama. How did you feel as a youth having the first Black president of the United States of America?
I felt I felt very good about it. I felt respected. Um, I was very happy to a first Black president to actually represent us African Americans. Um, it was very nice, and someone who actually could take over office and know what they're doing and know how they can stop, do whatever they need to fix in the country. They did a lot of things to help this country and kept it strong.
Hmm. And so, let me ask you this. Um, do you know what your purpose was at a younger age, or do you know now? Do you know what your purpose is now in the earth? What are you supposed to be doing in life? Do you already know it?
My purpose is my purpose in life. Okay. Whew.
I know you can handle that question.
Um
What do you but do you know what it is yet, or
um
are you already kind of in it?
so my purpose. I'm just trying to process this right now.
That's
Um my purpose. Um
when you okay. Let me put it this way: when you wake up every day, what drives you? What causes you to want to keep moving? I know it's not just going to school. What is
okay.
it that drives you?
Okay. So basically, what really is so what makes me you like what do me like so basically what really is influencing me is just to stay positive, just get through life, and and it kind of and then, like the things I like to do, I can usually do them after school. So I think about if you want to do this or that after school, get through school, wake up, make sure you get ready for school, prepare yourself. Um,
Do you think? Let me say this, because we had deep discussions in my classroom, didn't we, Cayden?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. For those in the audience, let me tell you, I talk to my students like I'm trying to be a leader. That's how we talk. Okay. So, Cayden, do you feel like you are in leadership?
Yes, ma'am. I do feel like I'm in leadership. I hope I am too. I feel like it, and I think I know so. Um, and so basically, um, when I think about leadership in me, I I take the word I take the word very serious, because if you're being a leader, you have to show positive things, show everyone what to do, how you do it, and make sure you do it right. And I think I do that very well. And
Well, do you think, let me ask you this. Do you think leaders are people who go around and just tell people to do things, or leaders are the people who actually serve and get in the community themselves?
they serve and get into community. Leaders are people that will, if they're gonna go protest, they will go protest instead of saying, y'all go protest and I'll be here on TV on the couch. No, you go protest. You have your signs. You're ready. You're with everybody. Leadership.
A leader, there's a difference between being a boss and a leader. And a leader is the one that can influence and encourage their community in a positive way. And the reason I said all this, Cayden, is because I have seen that in you since you were in kindergarten. And I was just trying to see, had you seen that in yourself? And I think you had. You just didn't know how to articulate it, how to say it. But that's why you would always stand up. If there was a discussion going on, you always had input in the discussion. You were always taking the lead. If I put you all in a group, I already knew who the leader was going to be. It was going to be Cayden Edwards. So that's why I asked you. I wanted to see if you even recognized your purpose in the earth, because I saw it early on. Now, Cayden, who impacts you the most, or who inspires you the most to be a leader?
Okay, so who inspired me the most has been my uncle, Warwick Dunn, and my mother, uh, and helping me continue my grandmother's legacy. And they showed me they let me they just make sure I was always good. They inspire me with the things they do in the community, how they do them, why they do it, and yes.
So your uncle work done, and your mother. We're gonna bring her on in a few moments. But Cayden, you just talked about carrying on your grandmother's legacy. How are you doing that? What was your grandmother's legacy?
Her legacy was home ownership. Home ownership. She didn't have the opportunity to do it, so my uncle Ward wanted to do it, and I wanted to become and actually help and continue the legacy basically, and help him continue the legacy.
Mhm.
She didn't get a chance to, so I want to take my chance at an early age to recognize why she wants to do this, and let me continue it for her.
And you've all made so many people happy. And that's the joy. That's another way that you know you're in your purpose, is because you are lifting someone else up other than yourself. And in return, how do you feel when you lift them up? You get lifted up, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's how you know it. That's how you know what your purpose is. Now, I pulled up a video, Cayden. You and your uncle work done. You were on good, was it Fox 5
That's
News?
five.
Okay. And I'm going to pull that up because I want people to see the type of work you're doing with your uncle as a young philanthropist. So I'm going to share my screen and pull that up. Oh,
Okay.
Lord have mercy. Hold on one second. I thought I had it up and ready to go.
You want me to tell you a little mommy story about that real fast?
Yes, please.
So the night I spent the night over my uncle's house. The night I woke up. I fell asleep with my glasses on for some reason. I don't know how. I woke up that morning. My glasses were behind me. I got out of the bed and I kind of like went back a little bit. My glasses were right there, and I kind of squished them
Hmm.
and they broke off. So I had taped them and everything, tried everything, taped them together right before the show. My mom arrived there with my contacts. She gives me my contacts after my glasses were broke. So I did the whole show with my glasses broke. Like the whole side gone. Just no, it was gone. I had tape on it. So you see like a big white thing right there. And so yeah.
I didn't even pay that in attention, Cayden. I was just so proud to see you working with your uncle. And here it is. I kind of started it where you begin to talk.
Inspired by
Okay.
your mom, but now you're inspiring your nephew to get involved in this too. Caden, I want to talk to you in a second, but just tell us a little bit about Caden and how he got involved in helping out as well.
Well, it was almost 9 years ago. The young kid, he saw what I was doing with the program, and he wanted to be a part of it in some way. And I know my sister really encouraged him, so they started a program that's called Cayden's Way, where instead of him receiving gifts for his birthday, he asked for donations to fill a room, and we started that, and we did that the 1 year, and it was, people felt, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then he really just got behind it because he knows that he's experienced things that other kids haven't experienced, so he's thankful for that, and he also wants to spread the love. So he just felt like, I don't need any more toys.
Right.
I don't need this or that. How can I go and help another kid live, have a better life, a better situation? And it's just really just grown over the years.
I want to ask you about that, Caden. I mean, the idea was, did you kind of come up with this idea yourself, or was it a collaboration? And how does it make you feel knowing that you're able to help some people who may not have the things or the opportunities that you've had?
Well, it makes me feel really good. I want to help other people. I want to make sure like everybody has a safe place to like live, have that one place that they can feel comfortable in. And it really started like it was basically like more of a collaboration.
Mm-hmm. And how about this guy? How much has he inspired you? Seeing what he's been able to do to help people, I know that must mean a lot to you and your family.
It does. It helped. He inspired me a lot because I used to be around him a lot when I was younger. Like me and him used to spend a lot of time together, and like so the more I saw him, like the more I wanted to do the stuff that he did.
Yeah.
and he did really good stuff. So it kind of really encouraged me to do that.
Very nice. Are you a football player too?
I stopped playing.
Stop playing? Uh-oh. Well, he might talk to you about that a little bit later. But no, thanks for both of you guys for coming in, and really for what both of you guys are doing to help so many families, not just here in Atlanta, but all around the country.
No, I appreciate
Always
you.
great to see you.
Thank
Really
you.
nice to meet you today, Cayden. Thanks,
you.
guys. All right.
All right. Now, Cayden, I know you said that your uncle inspired you to do this. So I want you to tell the young people that are watching the show how important it is to have a positive role model.
It's important because you need someone who's positive themselves to support you, have a support system, someone who can guide you and help you through whatever you're trying to do and help the community, or express your feelings to the community.
And,
So,
and does the role model have to be in your family?
no, it can be your friend across the street. That's very wise. It can be your teacher. It can be no, just
Yeah,
someone.
it can be anyone can be a role model. Some children don't have that in their home, but they do have people they can look up to in the community. Now, also, Cayden, how important is it for family to support your dream and your vision?
You can say that again.
How important is it for your family to support what you're doing?
Because that means so you can have someone has your back. You can feel like you know if I know this messes up for a little bit, I know my mom, she can be right here and like she can help me fix it up and help me do whatever I have to do. It's very important also because you got a support system, and it gives you, and it's like if I know I have someone right here, I can just keep going. I can go with the flow. No need to make sure I did this. I go with the flow, like a stream.
That's wonderful. And Cayden, since we're talking about that support system, I want your mother, come on, Summer. I want mother to come on out. Miss Summer Smothers, come on out.
Me.
This is Cayden's mom. Yes, she is a true ride or die. Now, Summer, can you tell the audience what it has been like raising this young philanthropist?
At first, I was unsure, wasn't confident that he would be able to continue what we was setting the foundation of. But eventually, the buy-in, it took the buy-in. And like he said, it took him 3 years to get the buy-in. And now, I feel like I could take my hands out the pot and let him run with his own program. Like he makes his own decisions now. They call me and I said, well, let me talk to Cayden, just like even with you.
Yeah, you said that.
Cayden. So it feels great that he's maturing and he's walking in his purpose, because that's one thing I talk to him about all the time. You need to know your purpose here on life and on this earth. And in life, we're not just here to be here. We're here to make a difference, and you need to figure out what's your difference, how you're going to make the world or the community better. Mm-hmm. And we all have a purpose, and it's just trying to find, and the good thing about him, he was able to find his purpose early on.
Yeah, because it's some old folk don't know it yet, some.
Well, I'm still trying to find mine. I think I might have it.
Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Let me do a disclaimer. Summer, she's just real now. I'm just Summer, when we're on the phone talking, it's just a real conversation. So listen, that's who she is. But Summer, listen, I want you to tell the audience, because we didn't get too much into it, how this child used to perform.
Oh my goodness.
In elementary school.
It started in elementary school. I remember, let's start first grade. I think first grade was the first time they put him on stage. And I kept saying, the teacher said, well, Cayden gonna do this here. And anybody that knows me, I am a hands-on
yes.
everything. If you tell me to be there, I'm there. It don't even matter if Cayden wasn't saying anything. I just like to be able to support. And I wanted to show him the support system, regardless of if you was acting or you was just a member of the crowd, because I think kids need to see those parents be present. You just need, sometimes I don't have to do everything for you to be present, but I wanted to show them that. And when the teacher said he's gonna dance, I said, Cayden dance? He don't have any rhythm. Have you ever seen him? And I went to the thing and I said, oh my goodness. And I just felt embarrassed because I said, my poor baby. Everybody loved it. And I was like, oh, okay. Then the next year they kept adding stuff to it. And I kept saying, do you understand he can't dance and he can't sing? And
you would tell me, Summer.
Right. And I used to tell you he can't sing. And then I kept telling Cayden, you're not going to sing. You're not about to sit here and embarrass me. You're not going to hold a note. But I was the one that kept saying can't. Not him.
Not him.
And so I kept blocking what I wanted because I didn't see that for him. And so when I stopped blocking and saying what he couldn't do, and if I tell you, it was just amazing, just
Flourished.
happened. And like even when he mimed in 3rd grade, and I said he has never mimed, and then when he mimed, I was in tears. And even today, if I see that video, it brings tears to my eyes. And then people were like, well, can we get him to perform here? Can we get him to perform there? I had people from the church wanting to perform, and I said, wow. I said, he does have some kind of talent that I didn't know. And I think as we look at talent from a different lens of what we want the kids' talent to be versus what their talent and their calling is.
Right. And I remember you actually saying to me, he can't sing. What? I said, listen, Cayden is going to get up there. And I wish I could pull up. I should have pulled it up. I watched the other day him easing his way on the stage as Cab
Calloway. And everybody
performing.
When I tell you, I mean, I think his whole elementary school year has been a blessing to me because I found out who my son really was. And it was an entertainer, yeah. Wasn't ready for that. And then, and every time I go out and when people meet him, they say, oh, he's going to be something in life. Oh, he's going to be this and he's going to be that. And I said, yeah, he's going to be a politician. And then everybody said, well, no, he's going to play football because of the connection. And I said, he's going to surprise us all. And I said, with Cayden, we won't probably find out who he really going to be until he's there where he's at.
That's right. And so the thing I love about Cayden is he was always a risk taker. I mean, it was nothing he couldn't do. And if I would say to Cayden, and Cayden, no, I did it many times. I said, Cayden, can you get on pitch? Then I said, I said, Cayden, get on pitch. And so when his voice started changing, you remember his voice started changing, Summer. I said, now I got to find something for my child to do because I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna just hurt his feelings and say he can't do anything. I'm going to find something for my boy to do. And what was it? I said, Cayden, you can conduct the chorus. You remember that?
I remember he did the chorus. He conducted the chorus in the Christmas program. And I mean, it was just trying to figure out, because I think Cayden probably had done everything at the elementary at Beecher that you could possibly do. And his 5th grade year, and I never remember that, the first day of his 5th grade year, he said when he leaves, he wants his plaque on a wall to say he left his legacy. And I said, you know what? And I think your 5th grade year, he showed out, and it was just like everybody knew who Cayden was.
Well, I said, this child, I said, Cayden, I'm going to teach you the movements. He got up there and he conducted the chorus. And that's what made me feel so good. I'm the type of teacher who really wants to turn it over. I don't.
And then anybody that knows Cayden, like you see him perform or you see him practice, you're like, oh my goodness, what did I just make my decision? And then he gets on the stage and it's a whole nother part. You be like, how Michael Jackson come back? And be surprised when you see him on stage, because it's the practice. And I used to always tell him, because my coach used to always tell him, the way you practice is the way you show up at the practice. But it's the opposite for him. And he just give you bare minimum. And then when you see him on stage, you be like, oh my Lord.
Well, he might have given you bare minimum, but I didn't put up with that.
Well, I feel like I've been cheated then.
Cayden, I didn't put up with bare minimum, did I? You had to bring, when you in rehearsal, you had to bring it in rehearsal and on that stage.
Even the Fred Sanford.
Yep. Yep. I mean, it was just, such a joy to see it unfold. Like I said, I like to turn it over. If I could just be that teacher who says, listen, you teach the class. That's what I strive for. Even with my own children, raising them, I'm trying to raise them to move on, not to stay up under me. So this child here, though, Cayden, has always, ever since I've known him, he's been a leader. Okay. So that Cayden, I'm just going to speak it. You already know it. Your mama already knows it. Your uncle knows it. You are a leader. And whether that is in entertainment or in the community, being a philanthropist, you are a leader. And guess what? You could always integrate. You could be an entertainer that is a philanthropist. So I just want to thank you all for joining the connecting point today. And where's Sweetie P? I don't want to slight my.
We sent her upstairs.
Oh Lord, Cayden has a sister. She's my Sweetie P, and I didn't want to slight her. I want her to tell her.
Let me see if I can text.
She is my Sweetie P. She gives me what I want in the classroom too. So I still have part of the family with me. And when she grows up and leaves, it'll be time for me to go too. It'll be time for me to end my time on that season of being an educator in the school system. But Cayden, before we end the segment, I want you to say something to young people out there that to encourage them to continue being creators and continue walking in their purposes, no matter what. Hey, Sweetie P, Miss, that's my Sweetie P, Sydney. Yes, she's coming on up too now. Yes. Okay, Cayden, can you give some words of encouragement to other young people?
Stay positive, never give up, and believe in yourself.
That's it. Stay positive. Never give up and believe in yourself. That is so important. And also, I will say this. I saw that in Cayden, and I'm going to also say, Summer, will you tell the audience as a parent, what do you believe they need to do as well? Can you encourage a parent out there?
I think as a parent, we just have to have patience. And really let the child lead you. Don't try to lead the child, because if you try to, if the child doesn't want it, they give you right what you want, nothing. So the child leads you, and just keep encouraging and just supporting. I mean, like I said, the big thing is going to be support and making sure you have those support systems, and making child feel comfortable and knowing that they're making the right decisions. And, we're here as parents to guide them.
Yes.
Not a dictatorship, like I always say, but it's a guidance, and just, encourage them what's, right and wrong.
Oh, Summer, I'm so glad you said that. That's where a lot of parents mess up. They drop the ball. They're trying to dictate, you're going to do it this way, or this way. But when you have children, you need to allow them to be who God made them here on this earth. And your dictatorship is going to stifle their growth in that area. I'm so glad you said that. All of the children that I've been able to talk with on this discussion platform, that's one thing they had in common. I know their parents, and they allowed their children to act in the manner in which they were purposed to do. All right, now listen, Cayden, I know you would be willing to, if a young person wants to reach out to you for some encouragement or some mentorship. I believe young people can mentor too. I know you would be willing to do that. So if you would, Cayden, give out your information, your Instagram or whatever it is, where people can contact you if they need encouragement, or they need a guest speaker, or they need an entertainer, because he can deliver.
Okay, my Instagram is DATBOI._.CAY. And then my number is
No, don't give your phone number.
Read the that boy. Make sure you let them know Instagram at that boy dot underscore
I just said
dot
that.
K.
I said that, Mama.
But you didn't read it to him.
You got to read it. Listen.
Is that what K? Is spelled DATBOI dot underscore dot CAY.
Mm-hmm.
And
if you want to reach out to Cayden, that's how you get to him. Now, if he decides later after reaching out to you that way that he wants to give a phone number, then that's on you all. But if you want somebody for encouragement, young people, he's the one. He is the one. Now, if you would like to be on the Connecting Point yourself, you may reach out to me at integrativeartscreations.com, or you may email me at integrativearts@att.net. Also on Instagram, Lord have mercy, Instagram at Integrative Arts, Twitter, Integrative Arts, and Facebook, Integrative Arts Creations. There's many ways you can reach me to join this platform. Summer and Cayden, thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
And look, stay safe, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Stay safe. I love you much.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.